Hi guys, this morning I'm going to show you my method of removing blemishes on old guys like me. Lots of freckles on their head, uh, getting banged up in old age. So the first step that I usually take is to take it into Photoshop, going into the edit menu in Lightroom, and I'm assuming that you have Photoshop installed as well as Lightroom. So you can also just open up directly into Lightroom, but I'm going to do it this way. So we open up Photoshop, which I already have going here, and the first step I always do is click on the background layer and either hit Control J to duplicate the layer or create a new layer. It makes this file a little smaller. And we're going to fix any kind of blemishes on this new layer so it's non-destructive. Use the Control plus to zoom in to 100%, and you'll see in the lower left corner it'll say 100% over here. You can use the space bar, click the space bar, and it brings up the little move hand. You can move it to however you'd like it. I use the healing brush tool over here. If you can't see it, you'll have to go in over here and add one of your menu items. I have it under the photography setup for my workspace. So find the healing brush tool, click here. I use the Alt key to take a sample. It'll make these little target settings here. Click on a sample next to the blemish that's unblemished, and then notice it'll change the scene. You click and drag, and it just pastes right over it. Do the same for all the rest that you see. And if you need to increase the size of the sample, you can hit the bracket key in the upper right on your keyboard, and you can see that it increases or decreases. Left bracket is decrease, right bracket increase the size. We're assuming that you're on a soft round brush here. So I'm going to continue clicking next to each bad blemish. Notice how it disappears. Let's try another click, and then click. Missed it. Control Z to undo. Click Alt, click, and then hover over the blemish and click. Pretty easy, right? You always want to make sure that your window that you're working on is current and below. If you do current layer, it doesn't work too well. See, doesn't know what to do. So I'm going to undo. And then click current layer and below. So it takes a sample from the below background layer. Click the Alt key, get rid of a few more. There you go. Click, hover over the blemish, click and drag, a few more. Click and click. Do a few more. You may want to get as close to the blemish as possible so that it doesn't make an unusual looking skin tone. Let's try this one right here. See? You can even click next to it, and if you want to get rid of a wrinkle, which I don't recommend on men especially, just click and drag. Look at that, 20 years younger. Click, drag. Pretty cool. You can also get rid of stray hairs this way. Click and drag. See this hair right here? You can click over here, click right over it, boom, gone. You do the same thing for hairs, stray hairs out here. Click. But I recommend it only for blemishes. You only want to do blemish removal first before you do any kind of other fine tuning like frequency separation. I hope you've enjoyed this video.